Ever stared at a paper check in this digital age and wondered, where on earth do I even deposit this thing anymore, especially with an online bank like Ally? If that thought's crossed your mind, you're definitely not alone. We're so used to instant transfers and digital payments that the humble check can feel like a relic from a bygone era. But fear not, because even with a fantastic online-only bank like Ally, depositing a check is surprisingly straightforward. Think about it. You've received a check. Maybe it's a birthday gift from a relative, a reimbursement for expenses, or even a payment for that side hustle you've been working on. Whatever the reason, that piece of paper represents money, and you want it safely and conveniently in your Ally bank account. The beauty of modern banking, even online banking, is that it offers multiple ways to bridge that gap between the physical paper and your digital funds. Now, you might be picturing long lines at a traditional bank branch, filling out deposit slips, and waiting for days for the funds to become available. Forget all of that. Ally Bank is designed for convenience, and their check deposit process reflects that perfectly. They understand that you're likely managing your finances on the go, using your smartphone or tablet, and they've built their systems to accommodate that lifestyle. So, how exactly do you turn that paper check into digital dollars in your Ally Bank account? Well, you've got a couple of excellent options, each designed for ease of use. Let's dive into the most popular and arguably the most convenient method, mobile check deposit. Grab your smartphone or tablet. If you haven't already, make sure you have the Ally mobile banking app installed and that you're logged in. This app is your command center for all things Ally, and it's where the magic of mobile check deposit happens. Once you're logged in, navigate to the deposit section. This is usually found on the main dashboard or within a menu. Look for options like deposit checks or something similar. Now, here comes the crucial part, preparing your check. This might seem obvious, but a little attention to detail here can save you potential headaches down the line. First and foremost, endorse the back of the check. This means signing your name exactly as it appears on the front of the check. Below your signature, it's a good practice to write "for mobile deposit only" and the date. This helps prevent the check from being deposited multiple times through different methods. Once your check is properly endorsed, find a well-lit, flat surface to place it on. Good lighting is key for getting clear images, which are essential for the mobile deposit process. Open the Deposit Checks section in the Ally mobile banking app. You'll likely be prompted to select the account you want to deposit the check into. Choose the appropriate Ally bank account. Next, the app will guide you through the process of taking photos of the front and back of your check. Pay close attention to the on-screen instructions. The app will usually provide guidelines to help you frame the check correctly within the camera view. Make sure all four corners of the check are visible and that the images are clear and in focus. Avoid shadows or glare that could obscure important information like the routing number, account number, and the amount. The app will then ask you to enter the amount of the check. Double-check that you've entered this amount accurately. It's always a good idea to compare the amount you enter with the amount written on the check to avoid any discrepancies. Once you've taken clear photos of both sides of the endorsed check and entered the correct amount, you'll typically have a chance to review all the information you've provided. Take a moment to ensure everything looks correct before you hit the final submit or deposit button. After you submit the deposit, you will usually receive a confirmation message within the app. This confirmation will likely include a reference number and the date and time of your deposit. Keep this information for your records. Now, what happens next? Ally Bank will review the images of your check. While mobile deposits are generally processed quickly, it's important to understand that funds may not be available immediately. The availability of funds can depend on various factors, such as the amount of the check, your account history, and Ally Bank's policies. You can usually check the status of your deposit within the mobile app. Look for a transaction history or pending deposits section. It's also crucial to securely store the physical check for a certain period after you've made the mobile deposit. Ally Bank typically recommends keeping the check for at least 14 days in case there are any issues with the electronic transfer or if they require the original check for verification. After this period, you can securely destroy the check, making sure to shred it thoroughly to protect your financial information. So, that's the primary way most Ally Bank customers deposit checks, quickly and conveniently through their mobile app. But what if you prefer a slightly more traditional approach, or perhaps you're dealing with a situation where mobile deposit isn't ideal? Well, Ally Bank also offers the option of mailing in your checks. Yes, you heard that right. While they don't have physical branches you can walk into, Ally Bank provides a mailing address for check deposits. To deposit a check via mail, you'll need to follow a few important steps to ensure your deposit is processed correctly and securely. First, just like with mobile deposit, you'll need to endorse the back of the check with your signature, and it's highly recommended to write "for deposit only" and your account number below your signature. This helps ensure the check is properly credited to your account. Next, you'll need to prepare a deposit slip. If you have a supply of Ally Bank deposit slips, you can use one of those. If not, you can typically find a generic deposit slip form online or even create a simple one yourself. Make sure to include the date, your account name, your account number, and the amount of the check you are depositing. If you are depositing multiple checks, list each check separately on the deposit slip and provide a total deposit amount. Place the endorsed checks and the completed deposit slip into an envelope. It's advisable to use a sturdy envelope to prevent the contents from being damaged during transit. Now, here's the crucial part, the mailing address. You'll need to send your deposit to the specific Ally Bank mailing address designated for check deposits. This address can usually be found on the Ally Bank website, within their mobile app, or by contacting their customer service. Make sure you use the correct address to avoid any delays in processing your deposit. While regular mail is an option, for added security and peace of mind, you might consider using a trackable mailing service like certified mail or priority mail with tracking. This allows you to confirm that Ally Bank has received your deposit. Keep the tracking information for your records. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.